What if I told you that every single atom in your body was forged inside the nuclear furnace of a dying star billions of years ago? You're literally made of stardust. The calcium in your bones, the iron in your blood, and the oxygen you're breathing right now all came from massive stellar explosions that scattered these elements across the universe. Here's the mind-blowing part. You have more in common with a distant galaxy than you do with the Earth beneath your feet. But did you know there's one element in your body that's even more mysterious than stardust itself? The mysterious detection. What if I told you that right now, as you're watching this video, there's something out there in the cold darkness of space that's completely rewriting the rules of physics? Voyager's instruments didn't just pick up another space rock drifting through the void, they detected something that made NASA's top scientists question everything they thought they knew about how objects move in space. This wasn't your typical asteroid following a predictable gravitational dance around distant stars. No, this thing was moving with what can only be described as intention, accelerating when it shouldn't, changing direction without any visible force acting upon it, and exhibiting behavior patterns that had the entire scientific community in an uproar. The initial data was so bizarre that Mission Control actually ran multiple system diagnostics, convinced that Voyager's 40-year-old instruments had finally malfunctioned. But every test came back clean, confirming that what they were seeing was real. This object was moving through the cosmic void like it had somewhere to be, following a path that defied our fundamental understanding of celestial mechanics. The movement patterns were so unusual and purposeful that they immediately ruled out every natural explanation in the book, leaving scientists with a terrifying question. If this isn't natural, then what exactly is controlling it? Voyager's incredible journey. 47 years ago, when disco was king and nobody had even heard of the internet, humanity launched what would become the most successful spy mission in history. Except this spy wasn't watching other countries, it was watching the entire universe. Voyager didn't just leave Earth's neighborhood, it became our first ambassador to the cosmos, traveling so far that sunlight takes over 22 hours to reach it, making it literally the most isolated human-made object in existence. This incredible machine has survived cosmic radiation that would fry your smartphone in seconds, temperatures that would freeze nitrogen solid, and the mind-bending emptiness of interstellar space where there's less than 1 atom per cubic centimeter. While you've been living your entire life, going to school, starting careers, maybe even raising families, Voyager has been silently cruising through the void at 38,000 miles per hour, sending back data that has completely revolutionized our understanding of planets, moons, and the very structure of our solar system. It's witnessed the volcanic eruptions on Jupiter's moon Io, discovered new moons around Saturn, and provided the first close-up images of Uranus and Neptune that still blow scientists' minds today. But here's the truly mind-boggling part. Voyager is now so far from home that it's actually swimming through the interstellar medium, the space between star systems where no human-made object has ever ventured before, making every single piece of data it sends back a first-time discovery about regions of space we never dreamed we'd explore. The object's strange behavior. Every law of physics that Isaac Newton wrote down 300 years ago just got thrown out the window by something moving through space like it's playing by completely different rules. This wasn't some predictable space rock following the boring mathematical dance that every other object in the universe performs. This thing was accelerating when it should have been slowing down, turning corners in the vacuum of space where there's literally nothing to push against, and exhibiting movement patterns that made seasoned astrophysicists question their entire careers. The data showed acceleration bursts that couldn't be explained by solar wind, gravitational slingshots, or any other natural force we know about, almost as if the object had its own internal engine firing at will. Even more disturbing, it was changing course with precision that suggested either some form of advanced propulsion system or, and this is what kept scientists awake at night, intelligent control guiding its path through the cosmic void. The movement wasn't random or chaotic like you'd expect from a tumbling asteroid. It was deliberate, calculated, and purposeful in ways that immediately ruled out every natural explanation in our textbooks. When Mission Control plotted its trajectory, they discovered it was following a path that seemed to have specific destinations in mind, accelerating towards certain regions of space while avoiding others, behavior that was so erratic yet intentional that it forced the scientific community to confront a terrifying possibility. What if this object wasn't just moving through space, but was actually being piloted by something with intelligence far beyond our understanding? Ruling out known phenomena. When NASA's brightest minds started crossing items off their cosmic checklist, they realized they were dealing with something that shouldn't exist according to everything we know about space. This wasn't a planet. Planets don't suddenly change direction mid-orbit like they're avoiding traffic. It wasn't an asteroid. Asteroids don't accelerate without being pushed by something, and they certainly don't emit their own energy signatures like this object was doing. Comets were ruled out immediately because there was no tail, no ice sublimation, and no predictable behavior as it moved away from or toward any star. The spectral analysis came back showing a composition that didn't match anything in our extensive databases of space rocks, metals, or ices that we've cataloged over decades of space exploration. Even more puzzling, traditional space debris follows predictable trajectories based on the gravitational influences of nearby celestial bodies, but this object seemed to be completely ignoring the gravitational pull of everything around it, moving as if it was generating its own propulsion system. The energy readings were perhaps the most disturbing part. Natural space objects are essentially dead rocks floating through the void, but this thing was actively producing electromagnetic signatures that pulsed and fluctuated in patterns that suggested either advanced technology or completely unknown natural processes that have somehow escaped our detection for centuries. Every conventional explanation that scientists threw at the data came back negative, leaving them with the uncomfortable realization that they were dealing with something that existed outside the boundaries of known physics and astronomy. The Oumuamua connection. 7 years ago, something visited our solar system that made scientists question everything they thought they knew about interstellar visitors. And now Voyager's discovery is bringing back those same terrifying questions with twice the intensity. Oumuamua, that mysterious cigar-shaped intruder that appeared in 2017, didn't just pass through our cosmic neighborhood. It accelerated away from the sun in ways that completely violated the laws of physics, exhibiting non-gravitational forces that had astronomers scrambling for explanations that never quite added up. The similarities between Oumuamua and this new Voyager detection are so striking that it's impossible to ignore the connection. Both objects moved with purposeful acceleration patterns that couldn't be explained by solar radiation pressure, outgassing, or any other natural phenomenon we understand. What's even more chilling is that both objects seem to follow their own rules, moving through space as if they were equipped with some form of advanced propulsion system that operates on principles we haven't discovered yet. The timing can't be coincidental. First, Oumuamua shows up acting like nothing we've ever seen, and now Voyager detects something exhibiting similar impossible behavior in the depths of interstellar space. Some scientists are beginning to wonder if we're dealing with a pattern here. Perhaps multiple objects from the same source, or even a coordinated exploration of our region of the galaxy by intelligences that have mastered interstellar travel. The fact that both objects appeared to be studying or surveying their surroundings while maintaining trajectories that seemed deliberately planned has left researchers with the uncomfortable possibility that we're not just witnessing random cosmic phenomena, but evidence of systematic exploration by something far more advanced than ourselves. Advanced instrument analysis. When a machine that's been traveling through space for nearly half a century suddenly starts screaming warnings about something it's never encountered before, you know you're dealing with something extraordinary. Voyager's sophisticated array of scientific instruments, the same ones that discovered active volcanoes on Jupiter's moons and revealed the true nature of Saturn's rings, all went haywire when this mysterious object passed through their detection range. The plasma wave detector, which measures the electrical activity in space, registered energy patterns that were so unusual they didn't match anything in NASA's massive databases spanning decades of space exploration. The magnetometer, designed to detect magnetic fields from planets and stars, picked up electromagnetic signatures that pulsed and fluctuated in rhythmic patterns that seemed almost like a heartbeat, suggesting either incredibly advanced technology or natural processes that we've somehow missed in all our years of studying the cosmos. Even more disturbing, the cosmic ray detector showed energy readings that defied explanation. This object wasn't just passively drifting through space like every other piece of cosmic debris. It was actively generating its own energy field that interacted with the surrounding interstellar medium in ways that challenged our fundamental understanding of physics. The data streams coming back to Earth were so anomalous that Mission Control initially thought multiple instruments had malfunctioned simultaneously, but repeated diagnostics confirmed that Voyager's systems were working perfectly. Meaning whatever this object was, it was producing energy signatures unlike anything humanity had ever detected in the vast emptiness of space. Scientific theories and debates. The moment this data hit the desks of the world's most brilliant astrophysicists, the scientific community erupted into chaos like nothing seen since Einstein first proposed relativity theory. Emergency conferences were called, peer review processes were fast-tracked, and researchers who had spent their entire careers studying conventional space phenomena suddenly found themselves grappling with evidence that challenged the very foundation of modern astronomy. The theories started flying faster than the object itself. Some scientists proposed it could be a fragment of exotic matter from a neutron star collision, while others suggested it might be a piece of advanced technology that had been drifting through interstellar space for millions of years before Voyager stumbled upon it. The debates became so intense that academic friendships were strained and research teams split into opposing camps, with one faction insisting there had to be a natural explanation we simply hadn't discovered yet, while another group courageously suggested we might be witnessing our first encounter with artificial intelligence from an advanced extraterrestrial civilization. Special committees were hastily formed to analyze every byte of data, bringing together experts in fields ranging from theoretical physics to xenobiology, all desperately trying to make sense of readings that seemed to violate everything we thought we knew about how objects behave in the vacuum of space. The scientific method itself was being tested as researchers struggled to apply earthbound logic to phenomena that might originate from intelligences operating under completely different technological principles than anything humanity has ever conceived. Implications for SETI and extraterrestrial life. The moment this discovery reached the offices of SETI researchers, phones started ringing at 3 a.m. and emergency meetings were called that would fundamentally change humanity's approach to searching for extraterrestrial intelligence. For over 6 decades, SETI has been listening to the cosmos with radio telescopes, hoping to catch a whisper of alien communication. But Voyager just handed them something infinitely more significant: potential physical evidence of non-human technology actively moving through our galactic neighborhood. This wasn't just another mysterious radio signal that could be explained away as a pulsar or cosmic background noise. This was a tangible object exhibiting behavior patterns that suggested artificial intelligence or advanced propulsion systems operating in the cold vacuum of interstellar space. The implications are staggering. If this object is indeed of extraterrestrial origin, it represents the first concrete proof that we're not alone in the universe, and that other civilizations have not only survived long enough to develop interstellar travel capabilities, but have actually deployed technology sophisticated enough to navigate the vast distances between star systems. SETI researchers are now scrambling to recalibrate their entire search strategy, shifting from passive listening to active detection of physical objects that might be exploring our region of the galaxy. The discovery has sparked intense debates about whether we should attempt to communicate with or intercept such objects, raising profound questions about humanity's readiness for contact with intelligences that have clearly mastered technologies we can barely comprehend, let alone replicate with our current scientific understanding. The cover-up controversy. What happens when a discovery is so earth-shattering that governments decide the public isn't ready to handle the truth? The unusual secrecy surrounding Voyager's mysterious detection has conspiracy theorists and legitimate researchers asking the same uncomfortable questions about what's really being hidden from us. Unlike typical space discoveries that are immediately shared with the global scientific community, this detection triggered an unprecedented level of classification, with crucial data being locked away in secure facilities and only sanitized versions being released to universities and research institutions. The timing of the information blackout is particularly suspicious. Within hours of the initial detection, multiple government agencies swooped in to take control of the data analysis, citing national security concerns that have never been fully explained to the public. Whistleblowers within NASA have quietly suggested that the object's behavior patterns and energy signatures were so advanced that releasing the full data could cause mass panic or provide hostile nations with insights into propulsion technologies that could revolutionize warfare. Even more disturbing are reports that similar detections have occurred multiple times over the past decade, but have been systematically suppressed to prevent public awareness of what might be ongoing surveillance or exploration of our solar system by non-human intelligences. The cover-up has become so extensive that researchers who attempt to publish papers about the detection find their funding mysteriously cut or their security clearances revoked, creating a chilling effect that has silenced many scientists who might otherwise speak out about what could be the most important discovery in human history. The ongoing investigation. Right now, as you're watching this video, teams of the world's most brilliant scientists are working around the clock in underground facilities, using supercomputers and artificial intelligence systems to decode what might be humanity's first glimpse of extraterrestrial technology in action. The investigation has expanded far beyond NASA's original team, now involving international collaborations between space agencies, military intelligence units, and private research corporations who are all desperately trying to understand what Voyager encountered in the depths of interstellar space. Advanced computer models are running millions of simulations, attempting to reverse engineer the object's movement patterns and energy signatures to determine not just what it is, but where it came from, and whether there might be more of them out there. Radio telescopes across the globe have been quietly redirected to scan the regions where the object was detected, while space-based observatories are being reprogrammed to search for similar anomalies that might have been overlooked in previous data. The most shocking development is the classified planning of future missions specifically designed to intercept and study these mysterious objects if they're detected again, with prototype spacecraft already being developed using experimental propulsion systems that could theoretically match the acceleration patterns Voyager recorded. Intelligence agencies are reportedly analyzing the object's trajectory to determine if it was conducting surveillance of our solar system, while xenobiologists are studying the energy patterns to see if they match any theoretical models of how advanced alien technology might operate, all while maintaining absolute secrecy about their findings. So there you have it, Voyager's incredible discovery that's challenging everything we thought we knew about what's moving through the cosmos. Whether this mysterious object represents our first encounter with extraterrestrial technology, or a completely new type of natural phenomenon, one thing is certain: we're living in the most exciting time in human history for space exploration. What do you think this object could be? Are we witnessing evidence of advanced alien intelligence? Or is there a natural explanation we haven't considered yet? Drop your theories in the comments below. I read every single one and love hearing your thoughts. If you enjoyed diving into this cosmic mystery, smash that subscribe button and hit the bell icon so you never miss our latest discoveries from InnoVision Tech. Until next time, keep looking up.